What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Decide and Design. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a shorter one today, and the reason being is I have taken a major step back in my life. So I've been dealing with a lot, and I have a lot on my plate right now, and life is just stressful. It's stressful. I'm sure you can tell by listening to my last 3 episodes, but they've been a little bit off lately, and it's just because I'm dealing with a lot. And I've grown. I've said this before. I've grown more in the last 6 months than I have in my entire life, and because of that, I have reached major burnout, whatever you want to call it, and there's just a lot of stress right now. And right now I'm learning to kind of take a step back and master the level that I'm at right now before I jump the gun and try and put too much on my plate. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. Just it's going to be a shorter podcast, but I wanted to hit on this real quick. And today's episode is called "Why Pain is Necessary for Your Life," or "Why Pain is Necessary." I think that's what it's going to be called. But first things first, Evan Carmichael has a YouTube channel where he basically has motivational videos. And he's very, very, very successful. I would check him out on YouTube if you want to get inspired or you need some motivation in your life. Really great channel. But he says that our greatest purpose comes from our greatest pain. And that's something that I can kind of resonate with, because a lot of the things that I've gone through in my life that were really, really negative have been some of the most positive outcomes. And let me explain. So we all know those people who didn't really have a lot of adversity growing up, or you always see those kids that they didn't really have to work hard, or they didn't have, I don't know, they just never really had to deal with anything. And I think the truth is that those people, it's not their fault, but they just don't have the same mindset as somebody who has gone through some very, very deep, dark trauma. And it's because they didn't learn to overcome that adversity. And so when a couple years back, when I was going to college, before that, the only adversity I really had was feeling like I wasn't smart enough in school. Now, that came with some challenges, but I feel like I didn't have to go through anything crazy traumatic growing up, which I'm kind of lucky for, but all of a sudden, my life came crashing down after high school, and I was an adult at that point. I guess you can call me an adult. I was 18, but we all know that that's still very, very young. That's still a child, in my opinion. But anyways, that was the first time that I really went through something really, really traumatic, and I had, my parents getting divorced. I had a lot of drinking and drugs going on, and I went all the way to hell no. I did not know how to handle any of the challenges that were going on in my life, and it took me until I was absolutely desperate to make a decision to change my life. The point is, I don't want people to wait for that point in order to make a change in their life, because that's what I did. And because I did that, it was very hard, and it was very painful, and I think a lot of people are stuck there. They didn't really have a lot of adversity growing up, and then all of a sudden like life hits them and they fall flat on their face, and nobody knows how to get out of that tunnel of like darkness. And the best advice I can give you is you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and focus on your growth and contribution to the world. That is the name of the game. And that's something that I've been really leaning into lately, and really just taking a step back in my life, analyzing what's going on, realizing where my pain's coming from, why am I hurting right now, and just not stopping. Surrounding myself with people who are going to hold me accountable and lift me up. And even though right now it's almost more painful than the craziness I was going through before, the crazy pain that I had before was like right now it feels a little bit worse, but I know that I'm heading in the right direction, and the other side of the tunnel is going to be better. I wish I had another tactic to give you, but really the only thing is you just have to push. You have to become a savage and push through the pain that you're going through in your life, and you have to trust that the other side is going to be better. Like I said in the beginning of this, I have taken a major step back in my life, and I've tried to really simplify my life and get back to the basics. And right now, my priorities are my job, this podcast and this mission, and my relationship. It's really just me getting back to center. That's really what it comes down to. And if anybody feels like they're in a spot where they don't know where to go, and they don't know if they don't know like how they can get out of this like funnel of like not knowing where your life is going, or feeling like everything's on top of you, because that's definitely something that I felt the last couple of weeks. If anybody needs help with that, please reach out to me. You can find me at B_low22 on Instagram, and I highly encourage you guys to connect with me or join the Next Level University Facebook page. And the only reason I'm plugging them is because, one, I'm on the team, and two, we can connect through there, because I don't have a community yet, and I don't think that's something that I'm ready to start on my own. So that's another great place to connect with like-minded people and also connect with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short podcast. I promise the next ones are going to be a lot better. I've just been getting stretched lately. I am trying to figure it all out and just really get back to center. So for those of you who feel like everything's crashing down on you right now, you're not alone. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you on the next one.